Today I want to tell you about my experience being operated on my gallbladder. One day I was sleeping like any other day when suddenly I had a horrible pain. I couldn't help crying. I just felt that my whole back was hurting so much. In the end, I couldn't stand it and they took me to the emergency room, but for me, everything was eternal. I couldn't even lie down. On top of that, they couldn't not take care of me in that hospital. They had to take me to another one. Only when I got to the hospital, which took me about 30 minutes, the pain was disappeared. At the end, when I arrived at the hospital, the nurse told me, "I think you have something in your gallbladder." But the problem is that when the doctor arrived, she told me, you have gastritis, which surprised me because I had no acidity or vomiting or anything related to the symptom of gastritis. Only pain, but still the doctor told me, no, gastritis, you have gastritis. In the end, I resigned myself. Surprise, it didn't work. So later, I went back and they accepted that I had something in my gallbladder. They just gave me something for the pain and sent me to a specialist in gallbladder. When I went to a specialist, he told me that all that was left to do was to operate, because sooner or later it was going to explode and I was going to feel completely with bile inside me. So after an ultrasound to be able to check how my current state was, and my mom joking around saying, "Look, it's a boy, look, look, look." Yes, my mom loves so much to make jokes that I'm pregnant. After all that, we were able to schedule an appointment for my operation, which cost about $1,500, which by my country's standards is a lot. I arrived early on the day of the operation without having eaten or drank anything at the doctor's request. He put me in a gown and bandaged my feet. I walked to the surgery room where they put me on a bed. I was given IV sedatives so the doctors could apply rapid anesthesia properly. When the painkillers took effect, they took a long needle and stuck it in my spine. I was there. I cried and cried from the pain, and a man saw me and gave me a gauze to wipe the snot off. In the meantime, they put me a tube and several injections in my spine, and I could feel all the liquid passing through me. They told me that I was going to feel sleepy, and automatically when they told me that, I feel a cold liquid pass through my spine and my body stopped responding to me. Even if I couldn't move properly, I was conscious. I could hear everything. In fact, I have a quite resistance to the anesthesia, and I warned the doctors about it. They asked me if I went to sleep, but I couldn't longer answer because my body wasn't moving as I wanted it to. After a few minutes, I managed to whisper and they put me on a respirator. I was choking on my saliva since I couldn't not pass saliva. In general, I was comfortable with my respirator and I could even speak properly, so I asked how much longer I had to wait. The doctor was surprised that it had only been a few minutes, so he came running with a syringe and said to me, "There's still time to go," while he injected me a whole syringe of extra anesthesia, and I fell again. After a while, I was able to move again and asked how much was left. They told me very little. I feel how they sew me up, although I feel no pain, only the hands touching me. And I remember that I was like, you are sewing me, haha. Now you are cleaning me. I was just laughing. They changed my gown and took me to my bed, and after about 20 minutes I could move my feet properly. In the night I got up to the bathroom and a doctor, who was the surgeon, helped me. I tried to cover myself so he wouldn't see me, but he approached me and said, "Why are you covering yourself if everyone in the operation room were watching you? We saw everything. I think we saw more than your mother has ever seen, because we saw your insides, we saw your organs." And he just laughed in my face. Well, thanks to this operation I spent weeks on pure liquid. It was horrible. My mother didn't want to let me eat anything solid, even if the doctor said I could. "It's to make sure you heal well," said my mother. "But is it necessary to eat tomato soup every day? Look, I already bought kilos of tomato. Now you eat it." But I didn't ask for it. You know, I really like the 60 seconds game, but I never wanted to eat only tomato soup like them. Now I just share the hope of someday eating something different. I dream of eating something solid. I really dream about it.